And right here I have the father, and I would first want him to introduce himself so that we can know who is speaking and who spoke to the girls this morning.
Okay, well, thank you. I also welcome you on the behalf of the parishioners, and then on the behalf of all the priests who stay in this presbytery. We are like, you could be seeing 4 of us, but because of other unavoidable circumstances, you may not be able to meet all of them. So you have seen me, Father Alex Eyok Acek, who is the chaplain of the hospital, and also the assistant priest of this parish. Welcome you, and actually we are taken up by the activities that you are going on and you are going through doing to make sure that the girls have a better life in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father Alex. Just this morning, you were speaking to the girls how they should live life. And here we are talking about the skills, which actually is not taught in school. Because sometimes to discover who you are, you really need to do extra mile. And the way you spoke to the girls, not just from the religious perspective, but from your own personal life experience as well. So maybe could you share with us a little bit, what should the girls do in order for them to succeed in this world?
Success in this world now would be, depending on the attitude, the behaviors and characters of each and every individual. And when you want to be successful, you have to go through, you have to make what we call the fundamental option. We live by choice. So you have to choose. If I know, like I've told them at the beginning, that we have the same journey. But if we have the same journey, how we maneuver up to the end is different for an individual, depending on how we are prepared. Now, like I've said, the life skills. The life skills that we are giving to the girls is to help them to make a better choice with that skill, to improve. Because you see, with the youth, the girls and whatever, they fall within the productive age populations. So much so that if they are not catered for, that it is like the future is doomed. And moreover, now I'm so grateful to you because now the whole interest is in the girls, which girl child, this girl. But the girls are, they're very delicate, very delicate. So I would like to thank you, like the FICH people, that we help the young ladies to remain focused. Especially their main problem is some of them are not aware. They want to live like boys. They don't know that for them they can get pregnant, but they always want to get pregnant. So this is where they go wrong. Like I've told them, for now, their main aim and their main goal should be education first. Then the rest of the other thing will come after the education, after their studies. So you cannot be a master, a slave to 2 masters. So you want to fall in the world of secularism, sex, but also want to belong to the world of education. So now, you choose. If you want to belong to the other side, that doesn't mean that the future is dark for you. If you want to belong to the side of education, and the future is bright for you. So that's why I was encouraging them to remain focused, actually, and to listen to their teachers.
Thank you so much, Father. I think you mentioned something very key. In nurturing the life skills, I think it involves the physical and then the spiritual as well. And you are definitely combining the two together, which is really a great idea. But how can someone try, especially adolescent girls or adolescents, boys and girls, try with their best to ensure that they can meet the spiritual being, but also the physical desire, because the physical drive them to go for sex you're talking about, going for any other...
biologically speaking, there's a certain interplay in the girls, like you say, when they reach a certain level of adolescence, they what we call the turbulent or surge, or some drives impulses in them, or some hormonal kind of reactions that can prompt them to this and that. But if you are aware that your body system and your sex, being male and female, makes you different from the other one, then those instincts, like I've told them, ask no power, that they don't have the voice and they'll never cry. That you have denied me sex, you have denied me this, that I need, then I am going to... No, this is out of what we call emotional intelligence. So they have to remain emotionally intelligent girls. That even if this demand for sex is coming, I will know how to suppress it. Maybe I rechannel this energy into other games. I go do this, I help the mother, I go... that energy, it is an energy, it is not just an instinct, but it is an energy which will prompt you that I do this. But you can say, I will use this energy now to help my mom to help and redirect the energy, like for yourself. You can say, let me go and play football, let me go jogging, let me go and play this. And that you are redirecting the energy which was in need of what? Maybe this particular which
actions.
is not okay, yes.
Yeah. So which actually needs some kind of a specific skills.
Yes.
But there are so many adolescents or youth who are out there, but they're not exposed to this kind of teaching or this kind of sharing. So, but also you mentioned when you're speaking to the girls that during the corona, people are blaming corona for pregnancy, for drop out of schools. But you also mentioned, you gave an example on yourself, that you're a priest, you don't have a wife, and then you control yourself. It means that you still need to be in relationship, intimate relationship, but because you control yourself, that's great. So for the girls and for the boys who are out there, what kind of message do you have for them so that they can be able to have the self-control? One of the things that FICH is doing is to ensure that we nurture the girls with social emotional learning approach, where they need to deal with the mind to ensure that they can learn.
Now, for those who are outside, really, we try to meet them in the church, because you can't be outside the school and then also outside the church, because the church is open for everybody, regardless of your level of education. So we welcome all of them, both young and old. And usually, you know, it is the work of a priest, the pastor, the reverends, and all this, to try to integrate in their teaching, actually in their home, their reflection, and their what of the church, to fit all those interests. Because we are aware of this, we know that they go through, like you have said, when they're going through, but it is good just to help them to see, because like I've told you, everything that you do, it has the resultant effect. So be it bad or good, it will always be on you. So it is good to listen, and you give time to yourself.
And be humble.
And be humble, you with the humility, then everything is okay.
Yeah.
And the most important is that emotional intelligence. Because if I'm not emotionally intelligent, I will see you a lady, and I want to have you. I will the other one a lady, this. You always control yourself. You have the master of the body, master your body, control the body. So I know the body. And the other unfortunate part, which I did not, explain to you very well, is the idea of that man, this girl wanting to have sex and this and that. You know, at the initial time of creation, there's what we call animals and animus. That it is in a man and in a woman. And then there's something of a man in a woman. And then there's something of a woman in a man. That you are not complete. Yes, this is dry rock. So that's what brings about attachment. Whether you like a lady or not, you don't want to love a lady or not, you find
yourself just in love.
I think there's
that attraction.
There is that like a pulling effect. He'll pull you. even if the one you don't love, but something will still pull you that side. Also,
so let me say opposite sex.
Yes, even the other lady will also be pulled towards the other man. Like that drive is there. It is very difficult. It is deep in psychology.
Exactly.
It is animals and animals. So I don't explain. So it is not when you see this man. Don't say it's just only a man. There's something of a woman in this man,
which actually makes this man
to
desire that,
and also the other to desire this one.
Sure.
When you go to the level of the chromosomes, so that's why we have the XX, and the Y chromosome. You know, those kind of things.
Exactly.
There's also X cuts across in both. You see,
you're everything. You're like
you're getting the point. It's like you're both a man and a woman.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Only two.
The only thing which is different is the organ function.
It's not the organ function.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And at the organ function, I want to explain this to you shortly, but we're not going deep into psychology and then a lot of biological things that on the beginnings of the human being. At some point of the growth and development, it reaches the point when you can't say that this is a man, this is a lady, until when there's what we call the CRY chromosome takes the information to tell the other one that this is going to be a child and it's going to be a baby, a boy.
Wow.
The CRY chromosome must go. And even could there be some, this is now only one more point, then we stop there because I'm going deep. This brings what we call the hermaphrodites, having only two organs, one develop, one not develop. That one is like a roadblock in the way of the CRY chromosome when it's going. So if it is going like to a tapare, somebody blocks it on the way. We'll find when the other organ is also developing. Because he's not informed that this is going to be a lady, or this is going to be a man. The other one of the penis is coming to inform it. But should there be a roadblock, the other one will delay, and then the other information
will also have a different result.
So you know that even at a certain point, you just miss that. You could have asked me.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Father Alex. So as we conclude our discussion,
yes.
But I just wanted us to quickly see how
okay.
can we support the parents, because these girls stay more with the parents, and the parents have responsibility to nurture the children.
Well, then now for the parents is a little bit complicated, because unfortunately many of them did not go through educations. They didn't get maybe the basics and whatever. But again, they should get to know. You will teach them, the parent, all the communication skill, where they need to talk to these girls, and then give them the time, the available time. They should not pretend that I don't have the time for the ladies, I don't have the time for this boy, I don't have this and that. If they go wrong because of maybe peer influence here and there, then we must get to know. Even there's the issue of the prodigal son. Welcome this girl, welcome this boy. Talk to them. The problem is the language. Let it not be a blame game. Yeah, for the parents, the mother, and sometimes it's a blame game. Okay, oh, you have done this, you have done this. If it is a blame game, then they will not be able to learn.
Sure.
So that's why I ask you, you always teach the parents not to capitalize much more on the negativities of the children, but they should rather encourage and reinforce where they have gone positive, what they have done in a positive way. That will help them to, with their self-responsibility, also to grow. So this is what I can encourage. Help the parents with the skills of communication, and let them try to be as much as possible, actually to be open as possible to the girls,
and give them
children, time. Yeah. Even give them time to ask them questions where they have not understood. It is not just a command. You know, there's this being authoritarian, authoritative. You know, this it is not good. It is good to learn. You know, to nurture. The term nurturing means. You're not only nurturing what is not growing, you're also growing. As you are nurturing, you're also growing.
You're also learning.
We're all learning. And learning does not stop.
And
I don't, you should not expect the girl or this boy not to fall into any sin, any trap, any day, because you have corrected him or her today, and tomorrow that should happen. No. It is possible that because
they're discovering.
They were discovering.
And you need to provide them.
And you see, when the children, one thing then they have to do, you as a parent should not discourage the girls from doing, and even the boys.
Yeah.
If the risk that they are taking is a positive risk, you should not stop them. As long as you cannot endanger them, cannot take them to life, let them discover.
Sure.
That this widen their cognitive development. So let them
discover,
yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Father. I think we are just getting to the end of our discussion. But I'm really excited that you brought out this component.
Yeah.
Part of the spiritual part of it, but also the biological aspects.
Okay.
So it seems that you're a doctor. Are you a doctor?
I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
I only have masters in counseling psychology.
Wow.
And
that's why you're really
in other
so
fields,
deep.
you know.
Thank you so much.
I did a lot with the human being, you know.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Maybe the last message to the church. What can church do to shape our society so that we reduce the crime, the sin in the community, and then we can have the generation who are responsible, who are able to bring development in our communities?
You see, with the church, I am going to talk about, I will use a language which not many may want to admire, but we should have what we call customer care.
Sure.
Customer care.
I like that.
And who is not a customer now? Everyone who comes to the church, if you're a priest, reverend, pastor, all this, they're like your customers. So, regardless of their age, the sex and whatever, in your homily, in our homily and our reflection, everybody must be taken into consideration. That is one. Everybody must be taken into consideration. And then the only unfortunate part is that sometimes people tend to regard, you know, the activity of the church members. They only look at the church members, they want the money. Once they see father, when they see pastor, when they see the reverend, even before they come to church to pray, they start thinking about already the money, which is not the point. They miss the point.
Yeah.
Because they rush into plan B without meeting plan A, which is not correct.
Which is not, it's assumption.
It's assumption. Yeah. And assumption, you know, is very bad. So I encourage them to consider all these people. And in any case, if you see that they cannot learn well, it is good to have like Sunday schools, and then because the homily that we prepare depends on the different kinds of types or whatever the congregation.
Yeah.
It kind of twists the tongue, even the level, the time, all this. So it is good that if you see that you cannot consider you could treat well the children. The children, this one of the nursery and the primary, very well in the church. They let them also have their Sunday school.
Sure.
Then the secondary, you can also have another time for them if they cannot understand in the crowd. Then also the elderly, the adult, you can also, it is good to kind of have a specific time and a specific arrangement for each and every particular
So
group.
in other words, in a nutshell, is that you're saying that, sorry, it's okay. So it means that we should be able to ensure that we we need to learn the environment where we are.
Yes.
So that we can trace our language and speak the language of those situations.
You speak the language of the situation, yes.
Of the category of people that you are talking to.
Like in my department here,
Yeah.
if you go in the hospital, maybe with time, I have also the boys, like these young boys, to help counsel the young boys themselves, those who have undergone through some challenges. They also have the young girls, so they also go through the young girls who are trained.
Because they understand the language.
For you don't know the language, what's up, to connecting. For us, we don't know, but for them, they know.
Exactly.
And when they talk like they feel like, I have understood.
Yeah, and then they listen.
Hey, father was not understanding me.
Sure.
Maybe this way, but now this is my order.
Exactly.
And now they will be open, and then they will tell you everything.
So in other words, the church should be a little bit dynamic.
Dynamic,
to
yes.
learn the situations and deal with the situation according to that particular moment.
Yes.
Using the different category of
And employ different approaches.
different approaches.
To different situations.
So it's not like a traditional way where the
way it's
church
not
just come
traditional.
and preach and then stop there.
No way.
So because the world is changing.
And for me, like I've said to the church, I want to add more one point.
Yeah.
Each priest, pastor, reverend, the catechist, or the looker, whatever,
Yeah.
must also have the capacity to assess and process what impact he or she has created with his words in the people of God. Will it lead them to grow, to move a little bit higher, a step ahead, or they will remain there, or they will cast the day. So we have customer care. We have to be, have a focus that we are leading these people to salvation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father. Thank you so much for listening to us and viewers. Thank you so much. This is Father Alex. He has been with the girls from FICH. Those who are going through the LEAD program. They're in a camp in Atapara, and we are excited that they got messages from the Father, and right now they're doing social corporate responsibilities. Thank you very much, and we meet again next time.